Welcome to the Daily App Show. Today we're taking a look at NetSpot, an application that makes it easy for us to create site surveys on our locations for our Wi-Fi. So what we can do is create surveys. So if you are wanting to see if you have strong enough signal in your office or your home office or anywhere that you're going to work, you could use this app to determine that. So it's really neat. Let me show you how this works. We have a sample map that we can load, but I actually created a map of my office. So we're going to click on Load Map, and I'm just going to load a JPEG that I created in Photoshop. Now I'm going to go ahead and just zoom out a little bit just so that I can fit the whole map on the screen. So I need to give it some sort of a reference point. So I'm going to choose the distance between both walls in my office, and I'm going to switch from meters to feet and just type in 12 feet. So that's the distance between these two locations. I could measure all the way across my client room here to get a even bigger measurement, but I think that'll do just fine. I'll go ahead and click Next. And now I want to select the borders of the premises. So I'll tap right here, click right here in the top corner, and I'll click down here in the bottom corner of each section and select all of those areas. And then hit Let's Get Started. So I'm currently standing over in my client room over by the door, holding my laptop in my hand. My laptop is also connected to my Wi-Fi network. My router actually happens to be located right here in my office. So I'm going to go ahead and tap a spot right here, and it's going to test my signal strength. It's also going to show what different Wi-Fi networks are located closest to that area. So I'm going to walk across my room into my office. So I'm walking into my office right now, and I'm kind of over here by the bathroom. So I'm going to go ahead and click right there. Now I'm moving about. Notice how the different Wi-Fi's changed. I'm actually seeing more Wi-Fi's as I'm on that other side of the room. Now I'm maneuvering. I'm coming through this walkway right here, and maybe I'll just go ahead and tap right here. I want to make sure that we've got Wi-Fi as we're entering the room. And then now I'm over here in the corner, back against this wall where I have a recording station. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that that's selected, and then we can go all the way across the studio to the other side and make sure that we have a Wi-Fi over there. So now that I'm in that corner, I'll go ahead and click in that corner and then see what we've got there. So as you can see, I've got all these Wi-Fi locations showing up. When I'm all done, let's do one more, for example. Let's just go over here, over by this door, and click right here just to make sure we've got another point of reference right here. So when we're done clicking on all those locations, I could tap on Stop Scan, and it's going to go ahead and give me a signal to noise ratio. This is really neat because it's showing me exactly where my warmer spots are with better service or better Wi-Fi connection, and the spots that have maybe worse Wi-Fi. And as you can see, it looks pretty good all the way across. I've got a good signal to noise ratio right here. And if I go down to signal level, I can go ahead and show the signal level. And as I tap on any of these, I can see the different Wi-Fi locations that are strongest in that area. As you can see here, it looks like when I'm over on this studio, I actually have a better connection here. I can go ahead and also switch to quantity of access points, and so we could see that we have a lot of access points in different areas, and then I can also go and view noise level as well so that I could start to see where noise starts to generate. And you can see over here in this corner, it looks like it starts to generate a little bit more noise, but overall I have great coverage. I have a Apple Extreme base station, the latest version, and it's pretty strong coverage all the way across. I've even been way out in the parking lot and been able to get good coverage. So what this app obviously is doing is giving us a good reading of what our Wi-Fi signal is, because of course we want to make sure that our devices are going to work in all these different locations. So now that we have this, I can actually export this as a PDF and submit this to maybe my IT department or to the purchasing department and say, hey, actually we need maybe another repeater or another router over here on the corner because it's just not strong enough. Perhaps, we need to add a little bit more in this area. So of course we could save this. We could just go ahead and save this out as a survey. I could save it to my desktop and I can access that at any time. And I can also go in here and continue to add paths available in there as well so that I can see a little bit more. Now I could tap on New Zone down here, load a new map or a sample map. I could also come down here and configure it and select networks by channel, add networks by channel, select all networks or deselect all networks. So that way maybe I just want to see what's all on one channel. Maybe I'm having interference problems with maybe a neighbor that has the same equipment that I'm using on the same channel, and we're getting some interference and some dropouts, losing some data, so we can go in and we can actually fine tune and see exactly what's going on. So what's really neat is you can have multiple of these going on. So if you are the IT department, perhaps for multiple sites, you can have all this listed out and know exactly where your hotspots and your dead zones for Wi-Fi are. And then of course, if you have the ability to get the extra equipment, you can go ahead and solve those problems by adding in that extra equipment if you need to. But nonetheless, this application just does a really neat job of figuring all that out for you. How many times have you carried your iPhone around waiting to see how many little bars you get in different areas of your house or your office? You don't have to do that anymore. This application tells you everything that's available in each section of your office or your home or any building that you're looking to do this type of survey on. So very neat app indeed. Check out the NetSpot application. We go out to the About section here. We can see that netspotapp.com is their website. There's also the ability just to check for updates. We can add more zones, select zone. We could have multiple ones open at a time. We also can fit this field to view, so I could zoom in and see a larger picture of this as well. Zooming out made it easier for me to tap those borders without going off screen. And just an overall really neat application. So now I could of course share this to somebody else and let them see exactly how our Wi-Fi is doing. Notice it's also a full screen enabled app here in Lion. We can view it in full screen as well. It's a neat app. Check out NetSpot at netspotapp.com.